Hello and welcome to my first YouTube video. Today we are going to run through a beginner's 20-minute flow, suitable for anybody, but as always I say to take modifications when you need, and if something doesn't feel right for you, to come out at any time. So we're going to get started in a seated position with crossed legs. Feel free to place a block or a pillow underneath the sitting bones. As you close down the eyes, roll the shoulders back, bring the palms to face up towards the sky. And just starting to tune inwards and settle into the breath. Noticing the inhales up through the nose and out through the nose. Just becoming aware and acknowledging, without any judgment, of the natural flow of the breath in and out of the body. Taking a moment to think about how the body is feeling today. Especially as every day we can wake up feeling different. So just noticing where you are today. Focusing on the breath and start to deepen the inhales. Exhale through the nose. Maybe starting to activate our Ujjayi breath, which means we breathe in and out of the throat. So we slightly contract the throat and we feel the breath passing up and down, creating an oceanic sound with the breath. And open up your eyes, bringing the hands to the knees and starting to make some nice circles with the neck. So we're going to inhale to come back and round. Exhale to come forward and down, allowing the breath to guide the movement. And changing direction of those circles, moving the other way. One more. And back to center, walking the hand out to the side, doesn't matter which side you start with, coming onto the fingertips and reaching the other arm up and overhead, looking towards the fingers as you reach, creating an arch with the upper arm. Breathing into the rib cage, opening in the side body. And coming up and changing to the other way. Reaching up, looking towards the fingers. Top shoulder is moving back. Breathing into the ribs, feeling the expansion as you inhale. Exhale, coming back up to center, coming onto your tabletop, placing the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, spreading the fingers on the floor. Rolling through our cat-cow, inhaling as you arch, lifting the tailbone up, head up towards the sky. Exhale, push the floor away, look to the navel as you round. And inhale to come up, moving into each vertebra of the spine. Exhale to round, feeling space. And feel free here to move with your breath. You don't need to go with my pace, maybe yours will be slightly different. But just allowing the breath to guide the movement. Inhaling to arch, exhaling to round. Doing 2 more rounds wherever you are. Last one. And coming back to tabletop. Right leg is going to come all the way back, placing the ball of the foot on the floor and rocking forward and back on the foot, feeling the massage in the lower leg. If at any point you're having any pain with the knee that's on the floor, you can just plop a blanket or a cushion underneath to protect it. And then we're going to press the fingers and palms into the floor, hug the belly in towards the spine and lift that right leg up. So it's hovering off the floor, making sure it's in line with the rest of the spine. So we don't want to be lifting it too high, pointing the toe down towards the floor to keep the hips in one straight line. And we're going to inhale round, bring the knee towards the nose. So just like we did in our cat-cows, we're articulating through the spine, finding a flow of movement, and then lengthen to bring the leg out and straight. Inhale to round, knee to nose. Exhale, find length, remembering that the neck is an extension of the spine, so keeping it straight. Inhale to round. Exhale to lengthen. Then with that foot, we're going to cross it over the left side, placing it on the floor and looking over your left shoulder towards the foot. So you'll be feeling like a crescent moon shape with the right side of the body. Breathing into the right rib cage, feeling it expand as you inhale. And then bringing it back and coming back down. Other side, left leg comes all the way back onto the ball of the foot, rocking forward and back, feeling the massage in the leg. Remembering not to hunch into those shoulders, we want to keep active, pressing the floor away with the hands. And hugging belly up and back towards the spine to keep active in the core. Lifting that left leg up, pointing foot down towards the floor, holding for a moment here. And then on the next inhale, we're going to round, hug the knee towards the nose. Maybe even give the knee a kiss, and then exhale to find length. Inhale to round. Exhale to find length. Inhale round. Exhale to lengthen. One more. Inhale. Exhale to lengthen. And then from here, cross that foot over the right side. Look back and towards the right foot, feeling an opening in the left side of the body. Breathing space into the left rib cage with every inhale. Continue to spread the fingers on the floor. And then coming back and bringing it down. Bring the big toes to touch, the knees nice and wide, and take a wide leg child's pose. Sitting the hips back onto the heels, spreading the fingers out in front of you, and relax the forehead down on the floor. Feeling the length from the fingertips all the way to the hips and the tailbone. Allow the hips to become heavy. If your hips don't quite meet your heels, that's normal and okay. You can also place a block or a pillow underneath for support. Just know that they will get there eventually with practice and with time. One more breath here. And then coming back to tabletop in the original starting position. Now we're going to tuck the toes and lift the hips up really nice and high for our first downward facing dog. Fingers are spread into the floor, hips are high, looking towards the belly and hugging the armpits towards each other. Now if the heels don't quite meet the floor, that's perfectly okay too. Focus for now just on lengthening the spine, and you can even keep a nice generous bend in the knee if that helps. We're just going to pedal out the feet up and down, moving slow and with intention, trying not to rush. Moving one heel and then the other, up and down, feeling the length and the space in the back of the legs as you move. And then we're going to practice some spinal waves. So Now bringing both the heels down towards the floor, repositioning, creating that pyramid shape with the body. As you inhale, you're going to come all the way forward so that the shoulders stack on top of the wrists, finding your high plank. If this is too much, you can always drop the knees down to help you here. We're activating in the entire body, feeling the core coming up towards the spine. Neck is in one straight line with the spine. And then as you exhale, pushing back, looking to the belly, downward facing dog. So we'll roll through that a couple of times, moving with the breath. Inhale to come forward, high plank, drop the knees if you need to. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last one here, you're doing really well. Inhale forward. It's normal if the arms are burning. It's a lot of upper body, especially if this is one of your first times to practice. Exhale to come back. Great. And then now let's drop the knees and sit back on the heels and just give those wrists a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a break. And let's interlace the fingers, bring the palms together and do some nice circles in one direction. And then in the other. Good. Coming back to tabletop once more. Now we're going to tuck the right foot and just bring it out to the side slightly. Press the right hand down underneath the shoulder onto the floor, and the left leg is going to extend and rotate to bring the foot down flat on the floor. So the edge of the foot should also be flat. If it's okay, release that left arm up so you're in a modified side plank. That bottom foot can come out further if that gives you more support, okay? So just take whatever adjustment you need. Look up towards the fingers. And then you're going to extend that hand all the way forward, look towards your hand as you feel the length from the fingertips all the way to the edge of the foot. Now we're going to do some nice big circles with that arm, moving with the breath. So inhale forward, reaching, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. One more, inhale forward, and exhale back, and then we're going to change direction. Moving in the opposite way. Extend once more, and then come back to tabletop. Great. And then just taking any movement, maybe you want to take a cat and cow again, just to reset the spine. I'm going to turn to the other side so I can show you. And when we're going to tuck the left foot, bring it out slightly to the side, right leg comes straight, left palm stays on the floor, extending the right hand up towards the sky, noticing that right foot. Make sure it's not lifting up. Make sure all four parts of the feet are firmly down and rooted. Looking up towards the hand, spreading the left fingers on the floor, reaching the right hand up and forwards, looking towards the fingers, finding length from the fingertips all the way to the edge of the foot. Breathing here. And then we'll start our circles. So we're going to inhale forward, exhale back, inhale forward, exhale back, inhale forward, exhale back. And then change direction of the circle. One more here, wherever you are. Good. And come back to center, taking a child's pose again as your arms and wrists have worked pretty hard here. Relax the head down on the floor. Breathing here, reconnecting with the breath. And then slowly coming up, and you're going to come to sit down now. And extend your legs out in front of you. Bring the toes to point up towards the ceiling, extending the spine as you reach the fingers up towards the sky, as if you're creating a great L shape with the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward, walking the hands towards the feet. If that's here, that's great. It doesn't matter where the hands are. Thinking about the positioning of the spine. So instead of rounding the back and just letting the head collapse, think about reaching from the lower spine forwards as if the nose is going to come towards the toes. So instead of wondering where the head's going to come down to towards the legs, really thinking about the extension. So it doesn't matter about the depth. Breathing here. Maybe walking a little bit further with every exhale. Remembering the importance of the breath, especially when we're opening the muscles. One more here. And coming up. Good. And now you're going to come down onto your back. Hug both of the knees in towards the chest. And just drawing circles with the knees to massage the lower back. Moving in one direction. And then changing to the other. Hugging the right leg in towards the shoulder and extending the left leg out long. Holding the right leg with the left hand and twisting it over to the left side. Either extending the right arm or keeping it in a cactus 90-degree position if you don't have the space, like me here. Looking over towards your right hand and feeling the twist in your spine. Allowing it to decompress. Allow the knee to become heavy. And notice where you might be holding on to tension in the body. Relaxing the hand, the arm. Relaxing the chest and any muscles in the face, the jaw, the cheeks. And then coming back to center and changing leg to the other side. Hugging the left leg in towards that shoulder. Extending the left arm out inside, next to you, And then right leg comes over, look towards the left. If you hear any loud banging downstairs, that's my son making lots of noise with his musical instruments. So if that's what you can hear right now, that's what's going on. Taking one final breath here in this twist. And coming back to center, hugging the knees in, and we'll finish with a happy baby. So bringing the feet up towards the sky, taking hold of the feet on the outer edges with the hands, pressing the knees down towards the shoulders, and if it feels good, you can allow yourself to rock side to side. Maybe you fall over to one side, that's fine, or maybe it feels better just to stay still here. And whilst we're in this is when we really wonder how babies stay in this position so easily, when it can feel very tight for us. Breathing here for one last breath. And coming down, placing the feet down, turning to your side, and slowly coming to sit up, back to where we started. Crossing the legs. Bringing one hand to heart center and one hand to your solar plexus. Closing down the eyes. Focusing again on the breath. And when other thoughts start to enter your mind, which naturally they will, that's perfectly okay. We're just going to gently re-divert it to pay attention to the breath. And before we finish the practice today, I just invite you to think of something that you're grateful for. So we finish this practice with some gratitude. And then finishing by also being grateful for our body in the practice today. And being grateful to yourself for dedicating this time to nurture your body. Bringing your palms together in heart center. Taking a final deep cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale out the mouth, sigh it out and let it go. Thank you. Namaste.